And as I mentioned, you were high on Utah as well last week. So I want to know, why do you believe, outside of just Devon Dampier, why do you believe Utah will bounce back this year?
A couple of reasons. Number one, the defense did not fall off, which has always been Utah's calling card. It has always been, this is a defense and run team, and Kyle Whittingham's really good in situational football. That's been what Utah has historically been. That wasn't actually missing last year. Those elements were not faulty. Close games were lost because of the quarterback situation. So it does come down to Devon Dampier. But frankly, Utah going 5-7 last year, massive disappointment, of course. I don't know what stat you're going to show me that doesn't come back to it being rooted in the quarterback position. So if that position is good, and I am bullish on Utah, you said it past tense, you were bullish on you. No. This is a present tense take. With Utah's schedule, I have them going 10-2 because I'm just that much of a sucker, apparently. But the reason I like Utah is I trust Kyle Whittingham. I like their roster. And I think their quarterback play is going to be improved. Nothing else. The quarterback is the only thing that has to change. Nothing else needs to change from last year. I didn't watch last season and think, oh, Kyle Whittingham has lost it. No, he lost his quarterback. He didn't have that situation where you would like it to be. If it is there this year, though, with the new OC, then guess what? I've got a lot of confidence, as Joel Klatt often says, death, taxes, and Utah football. And I think that is as sound of a reason as any to like a team in the Big 12, because this conference, again, I think you have 7 teams that can win the Big 12 this year. Legitimately, 7, maybe 8, but probably just 7. And that's a pretty awesome league to be a part of. And throw your dice at the craps table, man, and see if it comes up with the right combo to win you some money, or in this case, a Big 12 championship.
We're going to talk about the Big 12 as a whole in a moment. Speaking of Big 12 titles, you have Texas Tech over Utah right now. Mm-hmm. I want to know why, what are your questions or reservations about this Utah team out? And maybe it is just quarterback that would lead you to say, because I think we both like Dampier more than what Tech has at that spot as we sit here right now too. So no, you like Brett Morton? You didn't mention him last segment.
I like Baron Morton.
Oh, you like Baron Morton? Okay.
Yeah.
So is that why you have to? Well,
yeah, that's another guy. That's another guy. That's another guy that you're right, should have been on the list. I'm trying to do that thing off the top of my head and cycle through the however many Power 4 teams there are and figure get them all in my head right now.
I mean, you are locked on college football. That's what you're paid to do. But
well, in a manner of speaking, So I do like Baron Morton, and I know what he is more than I know what Devon Dampier is. So that's factor number 1. Factor number 2, Texas Tech had probably the best offseason of anybody in the Big 12. They have the highest rated transfer portal class. Like they went out and it's not just, an Indiana play or Colorado where it's just straight volume. No, there's a caliber of recruit. Romello Height and David Bailey. I don't know who has a better edge tandem in the Big 12. I don't. Do I have all 16 of them memorized? No. Do I feel confident when I say that's the best tandem of edge rushers that exists in this league? I do. And I say that knowing Utah can coach anybody to be a great offensive or defensive lineman at any point in Kyle Whittingham's tenure. And I expect them to be good up front. But those two guys, Bailey is NFL caliber. Romello Height is a proven Power 4 player. Those two guys with Baron Morton and the rest of their transfer portal class, and let's not forget the fact, it's not like they were a bad team. They had an 8-4 regular season. Morton was hurt, didn't play in the bowl game. So that's an 8-4 team that went out and got substantively better with a bunch of key returners, continuity on its coaching staff, and a quarterback. Yeah, there's plenty of reason to like my Texas Tech Red Raiders.
Oh, you're not saying my Utah Utes anymore. Oh, for pain. That, but we let you down last year, so we'll settle for second.
Yeah, you guys got to earn my trust back a little here. Like I'm on board, but before you become my boys again, my homies, you gotta do something on the field. Texas Tech just needed to do it on paper, man. Paper Big 12 champions. That's all I need from the Red Raiders.
And I like Tech a lot too, so I'm okay with calling them the paper champs right now. But speaking of just the Big 12 title game and all of this, and just this conference in general, Spencer, if Utah doesn't win the Big 12, like, can they get in? Do you see two Big 12 teams getting in the college football playoff this year? I think 11-1.
That depends on the team you're talking about. So let's take one example just off the top of my head. Baylor has a non-conference game with Auburn. Now, I don't think Auburn is that good. Let's say that I am wrong.
Like outside the top 10 in the SEC?
Yeah, I think Auburn is 6-6.
Okay.
So, like, fine team.
Mm-hmm. Don't lose.
I don't trust the coaching staff there. Let's say Baylor wins that game, and Auburn's better than I think, and they go 9-3, which I think is their best case scenario. So if they do that with their schedule, which isn't that hard, but has a couple notable games like Alabama, for instance, Georgia, if they can beat one of those teams and be inside the top 15, Baylor at 10-2, not in the Big 12 championship game, suddenly looks a lot more appealing. I don't think you're going to see a Big 12 team make the college football playoff this year that doesn't have a marquee non-conference win that doesn't just feel good in the moment, but holds up over time. Because last year BYU went 10-2, a road win against a playoff team in SMU, and they didn't get in the playoff. They didn't even have that much buzz. So I need to go through every single team's non-conference slate, but I don't know how many opportunities there are for those sorts of victories. TCU plays North Carolina. Well, I don't think North Carolina is good.
Yeah, and I feel the same way about Utah and UCLA, right? Like I don't.
Yeah, and like that's a plenty interesting game. Former Pac-12 foes, Nico's first game, and all of that. And I think Kyle Whittingham and Morgan Scalley will put them in a blender for that particular matchup. But does that give Utah enough for 10-2? No, because I don't think UCLA is a bowl team this year. So that's what's missing. You have to be. We've only got 1 year of data, but in all likelihood, you have to be an 11-win team in the Big 12 or the ACC if you're going to get in the playoff. So can they get two in? Yeah, if two teams go 11-1, they should be in. The playoff committee showed you last year they'll put them in. Who's doing that this year in this Big 12? I like Utah. I like Texas Tech. I like Kansas State. Do I see 11-1 out of them? A lot of things would have to go right there. So one of those things has to happen. You need to be 10-2 with a seriously legitimate, like Utah would need to beat UCLA, and then the Bruins go 10-2 and they're ranked in the top 20.
Oh gosh, that's asking a lot of Nico.
Yes, exactly. But again, like Arizona State won the Big 12 last year. Let's not put anything off the table. So if something like that happens, okay, I can see it. Other than that, other than those two scenarios, no, I think the Big 12 will be a one-bid league.
Today's episode of Locked On Utes is brought to you by FanDuel. August 26th is officially FanDuel Future Days, a brand new holiday for football fans who live for bold predictions and preseason hunches. For just 24 hours, FanDuel is giving you deals on the NFL season predictions. So whether you're calling your MVP, eyeing a long shot division winner, or ready to crown your Super Bowl champ before week one even kicks off, this is your moment. For me, MVP this season, I got a feeling that Patrick Mahomes is actually going to come roaring back for the title. I think the Chiefs are better on the offensive line. I think they upgraded those receiving core. So for me, I'm going to say Mahomes MVP as we sit here right now. But if you want to get in on the action, you can visit the FanDuel app today and start planning your future bets now, because Futures Day is one day and one day only. FanDuel, play your game. It's the most likely option. And I'm just happy we're just a few weeks away from figuring all this out when the college football season gets underway. Spencer, if people want more college football content, where they need to head over to?
Locked On College Football is Monday through Friday, Monday through Saturday during the season on YouTube and wherever you get your podcasts. However you consume this show, you can consume that one. I'm on Twitter at @SMcLaughlinCFB, sending off all sorts of hot takes from my personal handle. And I host Locked On Ducks. If you want to find out about an old Pac-12 foe, RIP, I've got Oregon covered every single day. So that's how.
He stays busy. We appreciate making the time tonight. Thanks, Spencer.
No problem, JT.
That's going to do it for today's Locked On Utes. We'll be back tomorrow to talk about the latest going on at Camp Kyle.